Heyo, and what is up, gang? Thank you for checking out Sledgehammer TV tonight. You know, SmackDown Live could have taken the New Day, put them in the middle of the ring with a constipated Big E from Thanksgiving dinner being all backed up in his guts, and had him try to squeeze out one nugget of shit over the course of the 2 hours of SmackDown Live tonight, and it would have been a better show than last night's Monday Night Raw. That being said, tonight's SmackDown Live was better than last night's Monday Night Raw. They did a couple of interesting things tonight in the lead up to TLC, but there's plenty to bring the hammer down on it, which is what we do here. My name is Nick Nightmare, and you are watching the Sledgehammer Wrestling Show's SmackDown Live review. Let's do it.
Sledgehammer Wrestling Show.
Alright, wrestling fans, this SmackDown Live review is brought to you by Audible. Audible is offering fans of the Sledgehammer Wrestling Show a free audiobook download and 30-day free trial of their services. Just as a thank you for checking them out, all you got to do is go to audibletrial.com/sledgehammertv right now to redeem this deal. Absolutely free, doesn't cost you a thing. Sign up, cancel before the 30 days are over, and you could still keep that free audiobook. Audiobooks might not be your thing. Maybe you're the type of person that likes the t-shirt, and we still got the Black Friday sale extended through Cyber Monday into the rest of, I think, the next 2 days. The final day to get your shirts is November the 30th by 11:30 p.m. Check it out at teespring.com/stores/sledgehammertv. The link doesn't seem to be working right, so just type it into your browser and then use that discount code at the checkout, SLEDGE10, for 10% off your order of Sledgehammer TV merchandise. We're in a much better mood tonight. We're in a much better mood tonight than we were last night. How could you have possibly sat through those 3 hours last night and felt like a good person? I felt like I was a bad person just for being a wrestling fan. And while tonight's show was not flawless, it does not truly redeem the WWE from the damage that they did to us last night. They definitely took a few tiny baby steps in a couple of right directions, mainly in focusing on the women's division in SmackDown Live. Let's not get started talking about how they overbooked this thing. The WWE took the easy way out with the opening segment involving the women and having this end up being booked into a battle royal. A battle royal of what, 8, 9 females, whatever it is going to be, which is probably the most predictable battle royal of all time. Was there any part of you, as you guys were watching, that didn't kind of know Asuka kind of has to win this match? Who else is going to win this match? Is Lana going to go to TLC and compete with the man and the queen in a TLC match? I don't think so. Are you going to see Peyton Royce or Billie Kay have 2 seconds to get out from one another's asses to be part of this match? I don't think so. I don't think so. Naomi, you could definitely make a case for Naomi. No jokes there. Naomi is absolutely awesome. If they wanted to, they could have put Naomi in this, and I would be okay with it. But you want to talk an impactful move, you've got to go with Asuka. You're not going to put Mandy fucking Rose in there to put everybody to sleep during segments of the match. You're not going to have Sonya Deville out there being a threat to anybody out there with epilepsy because of all her little spastic wannabe UFC jabs. Asuka is the one and only choice. Mella is money? We're not even going to go there. Carmella definitely had an impact in the year of 2018, and I am glad that impact has kind of fizzled out because she does not deserve to be in a match this caliber. You need somebody who could take a beating. You need somebody that can dish out punishment as well as take it, and Asuka is the prime choice. We are going to see Asuka versus Becky Lynch versus Charlotte Flair. Now, while fireworks might be going off in your head and you might be all amped up about TLC coming, and it has definitely become a must-see match based off of this one match for the Women's Championship of SmackDown Live, you have got to watch TLC. That being said, I'm going to stop giving them any sort of credit whatsoever because all I could see in our future is the reason for Asuka being placed in this match is so that she could be the one to possibly lose this match. I don't know what parameters they're going to place in this TLC type of situation. It has been in the past that you could win by pinfall in a TLC match, but if they go the traditional route and they hang the belt above that, do you really believe that they are going to give the title to Asuka? No. Do you believe that they are going to allow the man to retain the belt? No. This is their prime opportunity to get the belt back on their queen, and that's most likely what's going to happen. Asuka is going to play some sort of a part in the match, going to lead to Charlotte winning in some way. Becky Lynch will not necessarily have to take a loss, so she will not really lose any momentum except for the fact that she will have no longer been the SmackDown Live Women's Champion as TLC comes to a close. And that's going to be the end of it. And we're going to go back down this road where Charlotte is sitting in Becky's seat and she's going to get all the attention in the matches with Ronda, and she's going to be at the forefront of the 4-on-4 with the Horsewoman battle whenever we get to that moment. And I don't really like that sort of a thing. If, however, they decide to have this match and have Becky Lynch go in there as the champ and walk out with the belt on her shoulder intact, I'll be okay with that. Is this the time or place for Asuka to get a championship? Absolutely not. Asuka has done nothing but dance around with Naomi for the last 3 months. She has got to get back in gear, and this is a great way to do that. You put her in this match, she's going to put the other two girls over. She's going to get herself over by doing some crazy Asuka-like shit during this TLC match, and it's going to be something to see. But I want to see Becky Lynch retain the championship. I expect to see Charlotte walk away our new champion come the end of that night at the TLC pay-per-view. Is The Miz a heel or not? That is another thing we need to hammer down. Is The Miz a heel or not? The whole thing that we've been hearing and anything that you read online or anybody else that you might be listening to may have been telling you guys, oh, there are plans in the works for The Miz to have a babyface run and this and that. That might very well be the case. They definitely flipped Daniel Bryan's script, and having Daniel Bryan be a heel alongside The Miz is kind of not going to work. I don't understand why they would even make this move for The Miz. He could just be away from Daniel Bryan. Continue to be the A-lister, The Miz that everybody loves to hate, and just move away from anything related to Daniel Bryan and the WWE Championship and be your own thing. You don't have to change his character and make him into a babyface. But after watching tonight, it doesn't look like that seems to be the case. The Miz is operating as a heel. He's functioning as a heel. He cheated his way through his one-on-one match with Kofi Kingston tonight on SmackDown Live, which was an inconsequential match that meant absolutely nothing. It was only put together to further this bullshit co-besties storyline with Shane McMahon and The Miz that makes me want to throw up. It's just so annoying. It annoys me. I'm not enjoying it. I don't like where they're going with it. I hate that Shane McMahon is even 1/3 of the best in the world in some people's eyes, or however The Miz wants to break down who's the best and who's co-besties and this. I hate it. I hate it. This whole storyline is unnecessary. I don't give a shit what it's building towards. I wish Shane McMahon would just go away or function how he used to. Remember when he was first the commissioner and he used to just pop in and out and do an occasional thing here and there and not be involved in any major storyline for the most part? That was my favorite Shane. Once he started getting involved with like Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn and being in WrestleMania matches again and placing himself in these storylines, I don't want to see it. And it's dragging down The Miz. It's affecting the whole entire show. And I don't like it. It confuses me. So The Miz is going to turn babyface eventually just to be side by side with Shane McMahon? Or is The Miz going to have Shane McMahon turn heel with him? How many heels are we going to have on SmackDown Live? I don't understand what's going on. It's very, very confusing. It's very confusing. So if you feel confused after all of the back and forth that I was just rambling, you're not alone, because I'm very confused by it. I don't know where they're going with The Miz. It seems to be flip-flopping from one week to the next. One week he's trying to get in the good graces with the crowd and the fans and wanting to be a good guy and be respected, and now to this week he's just being the Miz we all know. So I don't understand it. No sightings of Sanity or the Good Brothers, Gallows and Anderson, tonight. That may be for the best. We don't know what the hell the WWE would do with them. Would we have wanted to see Sanity be the ones to answer the open challenge put out on social media by the Bar tonight? Absolutely. I would love to see the Bar throwing down in the ring with a psycho team like Sanity. That's not what we're going to get. We're going to have them fall back on their same old traditional things. But at least we didn't get the New Day in this scenario, and we got to see the Usos be the ones to step up, and we were treated to the Usos versus the Bar in a non-title matchup where the Usos, in a pretty good match, got a win. So now they could be pretty much considered the number one contender, whether Vince wants to erase that phrase or not. That's what they are now because they got the win over the champions, which I hate. You guys who watch me for over the years, you know I hate this as their go-to way to establish a new contender for the titles. But this is the way the WWE is. And if they want to give the shot to the Usos, I'm always down for the Usos to have one more reign with the championships. I think they can put on some really good matches with the Bar, and it'll be something worth seeing. Not like we've been getting. It'll be something worth seeing. Would Sanity be a better choice? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. The world may never know. What I do know is the best thing to come out of anything involving the Bar tonight was the fact that they ditched... Maybe they was getting tired of that fucking noise playing. Maybe they were getting annoyed at the fact that they had to walk down the ring to his fucking theme song. Maybe they were getting annoyed that his shadow was just standing behind him. Maybe he was giving off a fucking stench since he stinks so bad that they wanted nothing more to do with the Big Show. Earlier tonight, they showed a little video clip. The Bar got pissed off that the Big Show was nowhere to be found as they lost to the New Day last week on SmackDown Live, and the Big Show was not having Cesaro and Sheamus in his face and landed a stiff right hook right on the chin of the Swiss Superman, and now the Big Show is no longer with the Bar. The Bar has been raised. Fantastic. That's the best move they could have done. Where they're going to go with it from here, we're going to have a nice series or at least one good match for the tag team titles with the Uso brothers. If they give it to the Usos, I'm all right with it. If not, the Bar will just continue on this tag team championship run. Hopefully they will start to get a lot more formidable competition, and maybe there's a shakeup on the horizon that could bring some new, fresh tag teams and make things seem a little bit, worth our time. Maybe they combine the tag team divisions like we're all wishing and hoping, and have just a revolving door of talent wherever it's needed. But being that Fox Sports doesn't want anything to do with any talent that's being featured on the USA Network, that doesn't seem to be in our future either. So they are going to have to stack this roster with much more quality instead of quantity. If you got to get rid of some of these fucking bad eggs and make room for an undisputed era in the near future, then that's what needs to be done. And then you got to do what's right by the teams that need to be in a tag team division, like a Heavy Machinery, like the Street Profits. There are so many teams just bubbling under the surface in NXT that would do wonders for the tag team division. But I fear for those moments, just like I fear for the debut of Lars Sullivan. No matter which roster he goes on, I'm not sure they're going to know what to do with him. And in fact, SmackDown Live is in need of a character like a Lars Sullivan. Rusev has lost his monster appeal. We'll talk about that in a second. But Lars Sullivan could elevate SmackDown Live. They need some sort of a homegrown monster of their own. Monday Night Raw, they have monsters. They got guys like Mark Henry and Braun Strowman. You need a guy like a Lars Sullivan. The Big Show don't count anymore. In fact, the last thing the Big Show should do for this business is put over Lars Sullivan and make him the dominant monster on SmackDown Live. That's what I would like to see. But they continue to tease with promo packages whether or not Lars Sullivan is going to Raw or SmackDown. He's the highest bidded for free agent, according to Michael Cole last night. We will see where his fate ends up. We were talking about Rusev. We're going to talk about Rusev again. Rusev sighting tonight. Finally, it's Rusev Day once again on a Tuesday, and I'm not happy with what went down as he was scheduled for a match with United States champion Shinsuke Nakamura. And the match never gets started. Rusev comes out, everybody gets hype, and then Shinsuke comes out doing all his this, and the arms and the whatever. And he, it seemed a lot quicker than it normally is, which is great, because it was starting to really just drag on. And Shinsuke Nakamura has become Stale-ske Nakamura. The guy is stale as fuck, even in this heel turn. He's boring. He's uninteresting. He's been an unimpactful United States champion, and I think giving that belt back to Rusev would be great. The way they went about things tonight hopefully is the beginning of something for Rusev to now get back into contention for the United States Championship and get his revenge on Nakamura and having another reign as the United States Champion, freshening that whole thing up and getting rid of the whole Shinsuke kind of aura that's just, the United States Championship has just been languishing in mediocrity. It's being mishandled. It's not being used. For what reason, I will never know. Shinsuke Nakamura is a talented wrestler. But the gimmick is over. The act is old and stale, and unless they decide to give him some quality opponents, I may continue to feel this way. Rusev may be the beginning for Shinsuke Nakamura as well, to start some sort of a redemption, and he could drop the title to Rusev and continue a program with him throughout the rest of the year. Go long term with it if you want to, but make it interesting. Don't just hop the title back and forth between these guys. Give Rusev a decent run. Let Nakamura be the guy on his heels the whole time, trying to get in his head. Maybe start messing with Lana. Do something interesting. But no. Instead, Shinsuke Nakamura comes out, absolutely levels Rusev. The guy's been off TV for months, being relegated to just the Mixed Match Challenge, and then he comes out on SmackDown Live tonight and gets absolutely obliterated by two Kinshasas and all kinds of kicks all over the ring. Rusev looked like a blithering idiot, looked like he couldn't withstand anything from Shinsuke Nakamura. He didn't even look like he's worthy of getting a championship match from Shinsuke Nakamura in the future, the way they just absolutely shit all over Rusev tonight. However, there is the slight possibility, as I stated, that this is just the beginning of something that could end up being really great, and maybe we can once again have a happy Rusev day. But that might still be a ways away, so don't hold your breath. The Jeff Hardy celebration, I was absolutely okay with this because I would much rather watch and relive 20 years of insane Jeff Hardy than have to watch Drake Maverick piss all over anything. Anything at all. I don't care if it's robes or his own pants or pissing right on top of Bobby Roode's career. I don't care. I don't want to see any more pissing on my WWE programming. I would always love to see the talent that deserves to be featured in this manner, and it was a nice promo package. I understood why we were doing it. There were only one of two names I thought, or actually three names that I had thought would come out and put an end to this celebration while it was going down. I thought it might be the spot where they would debut a Lars Sullivan, which would have been interesting. I thought maybe Andrade Cien Almas would come out and crash the party with Zelina Vega and try to steal the spotlight and start a feud somewhere with him. We all thought and dreaded the thought of the fact that Randy Orton was going to come out and finger bang Jeff Hardy's ear in celebration of his 20th anniversary and continue that tired old thing. And that is not what we got. Instead, we got Samoa Joe, which, again, confuses me. You guys all know how much I love me some Joe. But let's look at what's been going on in the career of Samoa Joe. The guy's a perennial loser. Do you feel like Samoa Joe has lost some of his luster? After losing to Daniel Bryan, after losing to AJ Styles, after losing to everybody that they put in his path, the guy talks a great game and then can't get the job done. Do you really take him that seriously anymore? Samoa Joe comes out and drops fire on Jeff Hardy, just throwing him under the bus, calling him out on having a drug addiction in the past, telling him it was good that you seen this highlight package because you probably weren't sober enough to remember them in the first place. Saying, I wanted to pop some champagne bottles open, but I know how you get around alcoholic beverages. Samoa Joe was a dragon tonight, laying the charismatic Enigma to waste with his words. And that is what Samoa Joe does. Just like he did to AJ Styles. Oh, Wendy. Right? We heard it. We seen it. We were there. And it was great. The whole lead up and the build into it was great. And then Joe just fell flat on his face each time. Not being given that shot at the top. And what? Samoa Joe thinks he's going to beat Jeff Hardy and that's going to make up for everything that's happened for this whole entire year. Multiple shots at the World Championship coming up the short end. And now Jeff Hardy, a win over him, that's going to redeem you, bro. I don't think so. What part of you believes that Jeff Hardy's not going to be the one that comes out on top in the end of this thing? Samoa Joe is just there to put people over at this point. He does the heel job great. He's going to get everybody hyped and interested in this feud. He's going to put it over on just like a Randy Orton would. Maybe even better than Randy Orton does. And it's going to be for what? For him to lose to Jeff Hardy. Interesting segment. I did enjoy myself during it. But at the end of the day, what does it mean? What does it mean? What is it going to get Samoa Joe? What is it going to get Jeff Hardy? It's not going to get anybody anything. And it doesn't really make much sense. Except Joe's just got a bug up his ass since he can't get a win. Maybe he thinks Jeff Hardy is easy pickings. He's going to find out that is not the case. And at the end of this thing, what else do we got here? Let's peruse the notes. See if I missed. Oh, we had AJ Styles come out. We had him address everything that went down with himself and Daniel Bryan, and how Daniel Bryan is no longer the Daniel Bryan of old, but is the new Daniel Bryan. Now, AJ Styles had some pretty interesting things to say. He even put Monday Night Raw on blast, which was very interesting to hear. He said, and I quote, "Bryan's explanation is BS. He doesn't want to wait until TLC," and he called out Daniel Bryan. The fans broke into a yes chant. Maybe I shouldn't have quoted it. These are notes. This is not a direct quote from AJ Styles. I apologize. Styles then noted that Daniel Bryan isn't there and wasn't at house shows. He said maybe Daniel Bryan's been watching Raw and doing things the way they do things over there. A little bit of shade that I enjoyed and they deserved after last night, and is absolutely true since we haven't seen Brock Lesnar on Monday Night Raw since he's won the championship. Right? At least not in a wrestling capacity for what I can remember. I try to forget because it's not worth remembering. AJ Styles goes on to mention he's never missed a SmackDown or a title defense. He will see Daniel Bryan at TLC. Told him to bring his dreams and his excuses, and when he gets out of his hyperbaric chamber, bring that title, because he promises he's going to take back what's his at the TLC pay-per-view. And then finally, the last thing we need to talk about that we did not address is Randy Orton himself came out to talk about everything that he's been doing to the master of the 619, Rey Mysterio. And now, again, Randy Orton is absolutely great in his heel role. He has been shooting fire once again. And his whole thing with Rey Mysterio, not that interesting to me, because this has happened before. You know, it was nearly 7 years ago, maybe more, maybe about 10 years ago, maybe going back to 2007, Randy Orton and Rey Mysterio were doing that thing. Rey Mysterio beat Randy Orton in the Royal Rumble, and then I believe he beat him and pinned Randy Orton for the Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania. Like, these are things that have happened before. They have a long and storied history. Why Randy Orton, continues to focus on names of the past instead of trying to put over guys that that are needed to be put over for the future, I won't understand. But be that as it may, it's gotten very interesting. We had Rey Mysterio come out as Randy Orton continued to disrespect his heritage while saying, I'm not here to disrespect his heritage, and then shit all over his mask and all over everything that Rey Mysterio's ever accomplished in his life. Rey Mysterio comes out. Before you know it, everybody's hitting each other, and it breaks out into a brawl. They brawled around ringside. Randy Orton had the advantage, ripped off Rey Mysterio's neck brace, which he came out supporting a neck brace after their last encounter when he ate an RKO or two. Rey Mysterio fought back, hit the 619 on Randy Orton twice. He grabbed the chair, and then Orton hit the draping DDT instead. Orton then placed Mysterio's throat over the chair and sent the chair into the steel steps, continuing to damage and just decimate Rey Mysterio at every turn. Randy Orton being every bit of the vile, villainous viper that we all know and love him to be. And then after this, we had Shane McMahon approached by The Miz. The Miz wants him to act like a partner. This is a family. This World Cup is our baby. Get the fuck out of here with this crap. I can't wait till this is all over. He says the trophy is his baby, and we need to act like a family. He has a real fucking baby and a real family with a hot wife somewhere in fucking Los Angeles and a beautiful baby girl, and he's crying over a stupid fucking golden cup that is worth about 2.5 cents. Get the fuck out of here. We then had Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair sitting ringside as the Battle Royal to determine their third contender for this TLC matchup went into effect. Asuka would end up being your victor here, and I feel like I've seen the ending of this Battle Royal, like this exact ending. Is this what they did at the end of the Royal Rumble? Or was it the Women's WrestleMania Battle Royal? Or how many other Battle Royals have we seen the women have this year? That the WWE just phoned it in, booking another Battle Royal, and actually used the same exact ending from a previous one. But we're not going to rain too hard on it because at least they finally made a proper decision. The right woman was placed in the right position, and as we started off the show saying, the TLC pay-per-view coming at us is a must-see event just based off of this women's championship match. I am grateful for tonight's SmackDown Live trying. They tried. They weren't uberly successful. They didn't hit a home run. You know, this is not like if you missed SmackDown Live tonight, oh, you gotta go back and watch. But what we found out and some of the information we got, you know what you gotta watch. And what you gotta watch is the SmackDown Live Women's title match at TLC. We're also going to get Daniel Bryan versus AJ Styles, with this new Daniel Bryan taking on the same old, reliable phenom AJ Styles, the phenomenal one himself. So 2 matches on the SmackDown Live side, definitely shaping up to be unmissable. And I'm looking forward to it. On the Raw side of things, still smells like shit. There's nothing going on over there, and I could care less. I will stay grateful for tonight's Blue Brand and tonight's SmackDown Live. Wasn't the best show in the world, but they tried. They tried. Wish we could have seen Andrade. You guys know I miss my Andrade Cien Almas. And they continued to waste the potential that has been seen in R-Truth. This tag team division is still but it's better on SmackDown Live. At least they're not pissing on each other, right? They're actually going out and well, they do got the pancakes. Let's be fair. Let's be fair. But that's tonight's SmackDown Live review, you guys. All in all, not too bad, but still should be getting a whole lot better. I am definitely looking forward to watching NXT tomorrow night. I've been talking so much bad shit that maybe we'll actually start doing NXT reviews a little bit more often, just to talk a little bit more positivity, because I'm not all about bringing the hammer down and making jokes and having fun at other people's expense. Sometimes I actually enjoy pro wrestling to the fullest. And if you don't believe me, you could check out any of my NXT content that is on this channel. You could check out the NXT UK content, which I can't do any longer the way I was doing it, but I will try to get back to doing that for you guys. If you are interested, make sure you light up that comment section down below and let me know if that is the case, so that I can get started and continue to bring you guys my hammering down on everything the WWE puts out in the universe for us to ingest, because it's not all bad. Maybe you want to talk about some nice shit. Let me know, and I will oblige. Thank you guys, as always, for checking out the show tonight. Do not forget to hit that subscribe button if you're new around here. We have received over 20 new Sledgeheads joining the club overnight, right off of the strength of that amazing Monday Night Raw review that we had last night, the hazing of Monday Night Raw. If you missed that one, and this is your first time watching, go back and watch last night's Monday Night Raw review. I will leave it in the annotations up above. It is worth every minute of your time, way worth your time, much more than the WWE. Believe me, you will enjoy yourself watching that Raw review. Don't forget to smash that like button on this and every video that you check out on Sledgehammer TV. This way that helps bring me joy, so that I know you're having a good time. Gets the video a little bit higher in the rankings and gets us out there so that we could get more and more members to this family that we are building here at Sledgehammer TV. The brothers and sisters of the Sledgehammer Wrestling Show are strong, and I know you guys are going to share this video with your brothers and sisters all over the wrestling world. This way they too can come in and join in on the fun that we have here on the Sledgehammer Wrestling Show every single week, as we bring the hammer down like nobody else right here for each and every one of you. All of my new subscribers that are tuning in again tonight, I cannot thank you guys enough. Last night was the greatest night in Sledgehammer TV subscribers history, and I want to continue that momentum, so let's keep it going. Make sure you are notified, and do not forget to hit that subscribe button. A couple of ways you can support the show. Like I told you guys at the open, check out that audibletrial.com/sledgehammertv link and get yourself a free audiobook and a 30-day free trial of Audible's awesome service, which is something that I am a member of and was absolutely awesome. I enjoy it. Then you can check out our website, teespring.com/store/sledgehammer-TV. Type that in your little web browser and get your little sledgehead hands on an awesome Sledgehammer TV t-shirt. And you could also check out the Patreon page, which is live, and you can feel free to donate on whatever level you want. Patreon-only videos will be coming soon in the month of December. We're going to start doing maybe some classic WWE pay-per-view reviews, maybe go back and review a classic Monday Night Raw, and it is only going to be available to our members of the Patreon site. Go check it out right now. Decide what level is right for you, and I will appreciate that very much. Don't forget to support us in any way you like, but the best, most important way is to hit that subscribe button right now. Ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it, and we are out of here. My name is Nick Nightmare. This is my team, Thor the Sledgehammer, the official Sledgehammer of the Sledgehammer Wrestling Show, and his tag team partner, the World Heavyweight Champion of all the microphones in all the world, Mr. Blue the Snowball. Thank you guys all for being here. That is finally going to do it, and we are out of here, and we will see you next time right here on your new favorite wrestling show, the Sledgehammer Wrestling Show, which resides only here on Sledgehammer TV. Boom.